Hey, Philomene, good morning. God sent and Precious TV. Oh, so these people they were there an hour ago. Okay, let's put my maid back. Okay, where is this? Okay. Okay. Showtime. Oh no, the airport connection. This is crazy. No. Okay. There is something going on here. It's not airport connection. Okay. Lord have mercy. Traveling with medication. What you need to know. Okay. Today's the 17th. I'm having some issue today. Okay. Now show. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Good morning. The God of faithfulness and Philomene, God sent and precious. Welcome, everybody. How are you guys doing? Today is, hold on. Everything is falling here. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you for the thumbs up, guy. And welcome to the, I don't know, my light. What is, it seemed dim in my eyes. It seemed dim. Thank you for the thumbs up. How are you, the God of faithfulness? How are you doing? Okay, you are blessed. Yeah. Today is a look at my hair. Ooh, Lord. Yeah. Hey, Janet, how are you? I hope you guys are doing fine and we're coming for the laughing time. I'm doing great. I'm doing great and wonderful. Can't complain. Thank you for the thumbs up. So today you guys could see the topic, traveling with medication. What you need to know. Okay, you fine. What you need to know when you travel with medication. Because guess what? Aya is getting on this age where I'm traveling with medication. Most of the time, I need my med So there are few steps that you have to take in order to bring your med with you, because some med are narcotic. Thank God I don't use narcotic med. And some med cannot enter some country because you put yourself into jeopardies, okay? And also the herbal supplement. Nowadays, everybody are drinking supplement left and right. Vitamin V is herbal, is organic, it's so and so. In some countries, you cannot take this herbal, and if you take it, you break the law. You may find yourself beyond bars, and we are not traveling to find ourselves beyond bars. So that's what we're going to discuss today. It's an article written by Lindsay Tiger of Smarter Travel, and it titled Health and Wellness. Also, it goes by saying, if you are heading out of a long trip or moving abroad and you rely on prescription, it is vital or important for your health to know the rule about traveling with medication. You have to bring a note. Number one is said, Lindsay, it can be a woman or a man, so I don't know if she's a woman or she's a man. She said to bring a note, bring a doctor note. This is my computer. I'm buying a new one. That's it, because it's tired. Bring a doctor note. So you have to go see your doctor, and then they have to give you a note. Bring a doctor note. It's unlikely you will get stopped at a customer or border control because you are carrying more than a month's supply of medicine. Having an official prescription on hand is never a bad idea. In general, country honor the right of traveler to transport the prescribed med. So you bring the doctor note that you need to take X, Y, and Z. So when you enter that country, you won't have any issue. And the second thing that you talk about is to keep your med in the... Yeah, guess what, Janet? Okay, I'm digressing. I've been on the phone, and the reason why I start a little bit late, I've been on the phone with Apple. I've been on the phone with Apple ordering new devices. I need a new phone because my phone is an iPhone 6, and we're talking about iPhone 13 very soon. So I order a new phone, and I order a new iPad. Because I'm paying cash. I don't want no debt. So this morning I spent $800, yeah, on 2 items. I have the money, but I did not want to go over, and I need a new iMac. Right now I have a MacBook Pro, and I need a new iMac. I want to keep my MacBook is still working. It's still working. And I talked to the lady, the new iMac, not the new iMac, the new MacBook Pro is $1,200, so it's $1,200. I was going to spend this morning alone on device $3,000, and I did not want to spend $3,000, so I went for the phone and the van with the iPad. My iPad is a mini iPad. It's an old iPad. It's of the first generation. It's a very old. Okay. Yeah. So 2 items, $800, which is they call it the iPhone XR, and the iPhone alone is $309 because I'm an educator. So if it's for teaching, you have Apple give you a reduction. So the total with taxes is $877, almost $1,000 for 2 items. Okay, I did my research with a new MacBook Pro, $1,200. It comes with no DVD player. They are very thin nowadays, and there's no DVD player. So if you want to use a DVD, you will, because nowadays everybody use what they call the keys to put everything. So no more DVDs. Okay, I'm an old folks. I love to watch some movies on DVDs. So I don't want to do what we call it trading. And even if I trade in with my computer because it's so old, I only get what, $30. So I decided no, it's still working. It's a little bit slow with all the app update. So better get a new iMac, not a MacBook Pro, not a portable. The new iMac got everything that I want, and it's the same price. It's a $1,200. Okay, so I'm gonna go for the iMac, but I only shared this morning, and next week I'm not doing. Next week I'm gonna be offline, so I'm not gonna. Next Saturday there is a burial going on my uncle, so I'm not gonna do a a live not next Saturday, because I will have to be on the phone to call home how things is going. So I don't want to be distracted. So I won't do LS next Saturday. So when I wake up in the morning, I think the first thing is to order my iMac. And then I will, because I'm paying cash, I say to myself, if I have to shed $3,000 today, Saturday, is too much. So I don't want to feel that, when I look at my account, there is no money left. So I pay half of it today, and then next week I pay my new computer. With the new computer, I will have to change the setting at my apartment, because with this one I can move it here, but with the new you will be able to handle it, Janet. I used to be like you. I used to be like you with HP. No matter what people said, HP, but I had I had an issue with the HP. That was way back when I was going to school, graduate school, and it was my last semester. And that night I worked till I think 3 a.m. to finish my paperwork and turn in the paper. I say submit, and then the computer went blank. I picked up the phone and I called the teacher that I was having some nervous breakdown because the computer went blank. She was like, she could not care. It needed to be submitted before noon. And it was like around 3 a.m. So I called my American family, and they've been using Mac since I have known them. So Christopher told me that he has a Mac there and I can come. So I just went and picked the Mac, came back, because I have saved it on a flash drive. I was able to log in and send it. And then I kept the Mac for 1 month just to learn how to use it. And I learned it on my own. And once I did this, I decided that no more HP. Because when I was submitting, I went online and I read a newspaper from home, and there were virus, even though, oh, Uche, welcome, Uche. Even though I have the antivirus, it spoiled the whole thing. So from then on, The best part of having a Mac is building with a virus protection. So I had this computer for 10 years, never had any issue, except that the issue with the Apple, they keep updating that just to force you to buy a new device. And because this is so old, it's a 10 years computer. So that's the reason why I decided I need to upgrade everything in my house. Okay, otherwise you can learn it. You can learn it. And then you will fall in love with it, and you will never use an HP. So since then, I decided no more HP. Okay, getting back here to I transgress a little bit, guys. So to getting back to the subject. Is a keep your medicine in the original bottle. So we have to, if you're going to another country, your original bottle. And I understand the reason why they want you to keep it in the original bottle. If you keep it in the original bottle, then you have all the prescription here on top of this, because this is, my name is there, what kind of med I'm taking, it tell you the milligram and everything, okay? And everything is here, it tell you everything. So we need to keep, if you're going to another country. Yeah, so I'm not the only one. Uche, come to my word. Yeah. So if you keep your med into the original bottle, even when you are crossing to a new country, you won't have any issue. And as well, as long as you do have the prescription from the doctor, you're going to be safe. So you say again, while no, you're not going to face any issue when you are flying with Medicaid, it will recommend to keep the pill in the original bottle or the original box, complete with a sticker. So this is the sticker that the guy is talking about, complete with the sticker on the front with your name and the name of the doctor, which is so true. Yeah, but I'm not going to show the name of my doctor here, but you know, everything is on it. So when you carry on, then people know that, yes, this is not a narcotic. They know it's a med. You won't have, but for precaution, you need to carry them in the original bottle. Okay, if you go into another country, you need to know the law. So it's a learn the law around traveling international. So it's talking about the law traveling internationally, okay? Because everything changed. Law internationally with, let me type it, okay, guys? With medication. Yes, because at a certain age, we need to have our med with us, but we still have to enjoy life. So we still have to travel. So he said, the recommendation for domestic trip, okay, if you're traveling inside your own country, there's no big deal. Apply to, but he said the recommendation for domestic trip also apply to traveling with medication overseas. So you're going to another country. Yes, now we have to have our COVID card. If you took the vaccine, you have to have that. And he said, okay, if you are taking an unusual drug, so it talk about that one, which is an unusual drugs. So these are the things that like narcotic. So because some of the drugs are narcotic, let's put it this way. It's such as narcotic, such as sedative. Carry a note from your doctor. If you have to take this kind of narcotic, you have to have a note from your doctor explaining what the medication is and why you need it. The reason why you need to take that med, and also the reason and why. The doctor has to explain this in the note. Hey, welcome, welcome, Gloria. Welcome, okay? Know that some over-the-counter unusual drug is the narcotic. And then you have to, because some people have to have a narcotic. Some disease, if you have like a type of cancer, it's a narcotic that you will take. And also, if you have some disease, it's really narcotic. The pain is so extreme that you cannot bear it. So you have to take that narcotic. If you don't take that narcotic, you won't be able to survive the pain. So the doctor needs to give you a note and then explaining the reason why you need to take it. Because some pain are unbearable. People can't, it's only the narcotic that help them survive. That's it. So it's a note that there are some over-the-counter drug legal in the USA, but it may be illegal in another country. Like a painkiller, the codeine are prohibited. Like if you, okay, this word here is most in any med over the counter. The codeine is any med over the counter in the USA. So if you take this one to the United Arab Emirates, it's illegal. You may find yourself into jail. It is illegal. Or here, you can buy this in any over-the-counter where you don't need a doctor prescription to get that made. But if you are using this kind, you need to go see your doc, and he or she need to give you a piece of paper that you need to take that. Okay, for herbal medicine, I know nowadays everything is herbal medicine. People just go and buy the herbal medicine. For herbal medicine or supplement, yes, we love a supplement. Okay, I'm not eating enough of this, so I'm taking this. People even take a supplement to grow your hair. But this supplement in some countries is just illegal. It's just illegal. So you cannot take all of these herbal-based med. If you use them in your own country, thinking that in the United Arab Emirates is going to be okay, no, you may find yourself behind bar. So if you're taking this kind of med, just do your research. Go to the embassy's website or consulate, and you need to ask them, okay, I would like to visit your country. I'm on this kind of med. Is it allowed in your country? Yes or no? So you need to do your research. You cannot pack up because I gone to the United Arab Emirates and I came back and I said it's a great country to visit, and then you pack and then you go. Knowing that you have to take certain supplement be with you, and when you get there, you find yourself behind bar because you did not do your homework. So the best way is to call the embassies if you're not sure and tell them, okay, I'm taking this kind of med. What's the med that are prohibited and what's the med that are allowed in your country? And you ask them to send you the email, at least you have the proof that you did your homework. So if you get there and you have any issue, you can show it to them. This is what I did before coming to your country. Yeah, because in the Middle East, these people are not playing. They are not playing. So there are few things when you plan to visit their country, this is what you're supposed to do. Not them, it's on you. Even though you're going there to visit, but still you're going to spend the money. So you're going to leave some money there. It's going to help the economy, but do your homework. There are visa yeah, but they will tell you that it may work in Europe. It's okay in Europe, Janet, to take it. But in our country, we find it that this is a drug. We don't want this narcotic here. So it's on you. It's not on them. It's on you to do your work, to do your homework. Like, when I was reading this article, then I find that this med here is a herbal remedy, and they call it Ayurvedic medicine, are clearly labeled. So this I have never heard, and I went and I read about this. It's a narcotic. So these people, they have a right. It's a narcotic. When I read everything about it, so I'm saying, okay, so you get addicted to these drugs, because even there are some of the sleeping pills. Some of the sleeping pills people get addicted to, yeah, because all of this chemical in the med, it work on your brain. Hey, Sharon, welcome, welcome, welcome. It work on your brain, and if you don't take it, you cannot sleep. So you became addicted to. You see, so that's one of the things that most of the time when they find you use this med, and then you hear that the med has been discontinued. That the med has been discontinued. Why the med has been discontinued? Because they find out that in the long run, people get addicted to that medication. That if they don't take it, they are not feeling okay. So people go ahead and take it. And boy, you get addicted to it. It's not good. So he said, okay, medicine are clearly labeled, well sealed, container, and in the original, bring the doctor note explaining your remedy intended use. Keep up to date with any change. It's telling us to keep up to date with any change. So if I want to go to Tombouctou, I'm pretending that Tombouctou is a country and not a city in Mali. If I want to go to Tombouctou, I have to make sure that I know everything about Tombouctou, what is going on in that country. Go to their website. If you didn't find anything, call the embassies, ask the embassy to send you an email, and just tell you which drug cannot enter their country. Okay, that's the mess up, standing up and working for 12 hours or 16 hours. Yes, because some people have to take care. That is why I can never go for any sleeping pill. I prefer to go through the sleepless night than taking a pill. Yeah, the sleeping pill, you get addicted to it. I'm telling you. And all of these supplements that people that work 12-hour shift, it gets a toll on your system, on your body. Yes, standing up, because if you are a nurse, you stand up most of your shift. You're not sitting down, you're walking. And this take a toll on your body. You like it or you don't like it. And some people say that they cannot sleep. It's during the night that they are recycling all their issues, and then they need to take a sleeping pill. And we get addicted without the sleeping pill, because every sleeping pill, all the pill that we are taking, what's the reason that they tell you you should not take more than one? And then these are the time that you're supposed to take the med. Yeah, your body is like, Gloria, I do agree with you of what you wrote. Hey, Helen, welcome, welcome, welcome. Helen, welcome. Yeah, it's not easy. But in the US here, in the morning, if you see how many vitamin people take, they can take like a 10 pill and drink coffee and then go to work. And I'm like, I don't need them to take a pills. I don't need to take any vitamin. And then at noon, they take another pill. And then in the evening, another group of pills. And then at night, they take another group of pills. So it's a pill swallowing country I'm living in. I'm the only one who don't take it. I only take what my little heart needs. And in the long run, it affects your system. Yeah. Nowadays, when I take the pills, my stomach and I seem like I have heartburn. I feel uncomfortable. And because of that, I schedule an appointment on the 30th. I have to go see my doctor because there is something going on that I don't feel comfortable about it. Okay. And getting back to the article is telling us, hey, Sylvia Link, welcome, welcome, welcome. It's also telling you to always pack your medicine in the carry-on. That's obvious, because if you leave your medicine in your suitcase and you do a check-in, and then your suitcase go to Honolulu, and you end up in Copenhagen, and you end up, your destination is in Sweden, and then you get there, your suitcase has gone somewhere else, and you rely on your pill. So it's not advisable for you to pack your med in your suitcase. Yeah, they need to change that. But guess what? This is something that we all learn the hard way, because where we're coming from, you go to work and you sit down. Here, 99.9, all the jobs are you standing up. All the job, you have to stand up. You don't sit. That's the way they make their money. Yeah, you don't sit. You go to Europe, a cashier has a chair sitting down and scanning all the items. In America, the cashiers are standing up. In Europe, the cashiers they have a chair and they sit on a chair. In Africa, it's the same thing. The cashier has a chair. No, here, you stand up on your 2 feet. And if you have a shift for 12 hours, even if you do have 10-minute break, it's not helping. The back, your back here, the lower back. No, it's a killing machine. Okay? So you keep your medication in your carry-on. Don't put them in your suitcase that you do the check-in, okay? And also, if you put in your carry-on, it said, okay, remember some aircraft cargo hold are not temperature control, which may affect the temperature sensitivity with, yes, it's too bad, but that's the reality, Sylvia. Sensitivity of the medication, because they're telling you that the med has to be kept in room temperature, not too cold, not too hot. Yeah, girl, but in this country where I live, in the US, for say, most of the job, if you are a nurse, you're going to have 12-hour shift. 12-hour shift, yeah. You're going to have 12-hour shift, that's it. And some of the nurses, they do the 12-hour shift, and then they add another 6 half an hour extra on it. And I'm looking at them like, really? Why? Yeah, when your legs are gone, you cannot enjoy that money. Yeah, I'm telling you. Okay. Sylvia say, aha. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, then we talk about also, it's not all the medication that are pills. Some medication are liquid. Some medication are liquid. So he said, we need to liquid medication prescription or over the counter, like a saline solution for eye drop. They are not subject to the TSA 3-ounce limit, okay? And some of the people, when they travel, people in my age range, some of them, they have IV bag. They need to have the insulin in here, and you see them at several airports. You see them carrying this IV bag, or you see them, it's a little machine that goes, you can't hear it. You have to be very close to that person to hear. It maintains them alive. So this can, and it said IV bag, pump, syringe, as long as they are declared before you begin the screening process. Okay, all of this item will be X-ray unless you request a manual inspection. Yeah, and this happened because the last time I traveled with grandma, my American family, and she has a hip replacement. So we have to call the airline and tell them that she has a hip replacement. So inside is metal, is not the bone. The metal replace the bone for her hips. We need, number one, a wheelchair, and number one, she should not do the X-ray going through the machine. Yes, she should not go through the machine that we decided that she need to be patted. Okay. Yes, we have to go through this, and because we were all traveling, so they were like, okay, Tanya, you're the one who travel, you're going to be in charge of this part. So I have to schedule this. So once we get there, the airline already knew. So when we did the check-in, they're like, oh, yes, you have this lady. I say, yes. So they brought the wheelchair. She sat on the wheelchair, and I did they are going through the machine and the whole 9 years, but I have to come back so I can push her wheelchair. And then they only, that's what he's talking here. They only did the, unless you request a manual inspection. So they just have to do the manual inspection. Grandma didn't go through the mambo jumbo that I have to go through. So these are things that you need to know if you travel a lot. Even if you don't travel a lot, you need to know, okay? So this is it. This is one of the things here. Then it said, okay, exercise caution when flying with narcotic. So it get back to these narcotic things. There are some of the medication that the guy highlight in his article were Vicodin. Okay, so Vicodin is a narcotic, okay? OxyContin, you guys have heard about this. This is one of the things that people use here and that they get addicted to. OxyContin. OxyContin, let's say you have this pain, and then there is another one here, Percocet or codeine. Okay, these are narcotic because you get addicted to. So people, especially the OxyContin, the younger generation, they love to use it. They have pain here, they go get it. So now it's a prescribed, and some doctor even prescribe it, and the people get addicted to it. They sell everything that they have in order to get this OxyContin. It ruined completely their life in this country. These drugs that he highlight this drug. He said, since this type of drugs are widely abused, security screener may be suspicious if you are unaccompanied by the proper paperwork. So if you take one of these, you make sure that the doctor give you a note, and in the note, the doctor must explain the reason why he prescribed it to you, because this, you can find this on the street as well. People sell it on the street among drug users. Vicodin, OxyContin. Remember, this big singer, Michael Michael Jackson. These are some, he was taking Vicodin, he was taking OxyContin. You see, he was taking this and he was addicted to. So he has his private doctor prescribing this to eat, and he was getting it by IV. That's one of the meds that kill him. So these are hardcore, strong drugs. But some disease allowed you to take it. And if you are traveling, then you have to bring the proper note. Because if you cross, you're going through security and they see it, your best bet is to get the proper document to say, I need to take it. Okay? And then he said, having the original prescription will prove the pill necessity and avoid any further delay or additional questioning. If you don't have a proper, you put yourself in. He said, take extra precaution. May also want to travel with phone number of your pharmacy and the prescribing doctor. So at least you can tell the people, this is the med I'm taking, who prescribe it, this is Aya who prescribe it, which kind of pharmacy, this is Aya pharmacy where Aya go and get this medication. He also said in his article, be strategic about the med. So you have to have a strategy about med. Okay. He said asthma inhaler, diabetics medication, anti-seizure medication, and blood pressure medication come to mind. Yes, anytime I'm traveling and I have to drink this is the original here. And then I still go to see the doctors and the doctor give me a note, especially if I'm going home for more than 30 days, because if you're going for more than 30 days and it's 45 days supply. So he always give me this, and I carry this in my carry-on, and I have my papers, you know, to prove that. Then I don't have any issue. Okay, I'm not diabetic, but I have high blood pressure, and I'm taking 3 different kind of medication. Okay. Then he come back and he said, okay, consider travel insurance. Okay. I know we African, we don't like to pay travel insurance because for us it's extra money because we always pray and the good Lord will protect us and nothing is going to happen during our travel when we are traveling. But it's always recommended, especially if you have health issue, to pay the extra $20. That may help you if something bad happened. It's a many factor influence whether you should purchase travel insurance and how long will be traveling. Yeah, yeah. Elaine say, really, yeah. We don't pay extra the extra $20. No, because we always say no, nothing is going to happen. Of course, but the funny thing is, we have car insurance, we have home insurance, we have life insurance. But for travel insurance, we always just say, no, nothing is going to happen. Of course, we are traveling, we're going home, we don't want to get sick, but you never know, you're going to go home and then you may fall sick over there. But when you left the country that you live in, you were fine and you get home and then you get sick. Okay. If you do have it, where are you going? So it's asking here in his article. She say, hey man, no. Yes, where are you going? Will you be lounging by a beach for a week or undertaking adventure activity in a rainforest? Do you have ongoing condition that might need care? Okay, I have high blood pressure that doesn't go down even I'm taking these 3 things. I don't know. So because of that, I always pay my extra $20 so that just to have a peace of mind, and because the healthcare system in my native homeland, the Ivory Coast, It's not the best one. And I'm going to transgress. I'm going to digress, and I'm going to tell you a true story that is going on as we speak, as I speak. There is this young couple, they got pregnant, and it was twins. They went to a public hospital, which used to be one of the best in the country. But for the past 10 years, it has gone down the drain. There were no doctor. There were no nurses. It was, what do they call it? An aide nurse that helped the lady deliver the baby. Twins, boys, identical. It's going viral, but the dad made a video, but he speaks in French. And they lost the two boys. They lost the two boys. Thank God the mom was bleeding, and she's a type B+. I'm a B+. In a country as big as the state of New Mexico in the USA, with 21 million of people, it's only 16%. I know this because when I was home one time, I needed a blood transfusion. There were no B+. It's a family member that has to give me the blood. Because in my family, we are all B+. There were no B+. And they told the husband to go get a B+. And he was going from one hospital to another. And you guys know the traffic. By the time he came back, he has lost his two boys. His wife, she was nearly dying. And the people are so fed up with the government for the past 10 years, doing nothing. And his wife go and build one of the state-of-the-art hospital, asking people before you enter the hospital to shed $2,000 before they even ask you, what's your name? So you guys tell me, in the country, on the continent, how many of us can shed $2,000 so that the doctor can ask you, what's your name? You have to pay $1 million. It's the equivalence of $2,000 before they even ask you, what's your name? It's frustrated me so badly. Yeah. So this is what is going on. So that's the reason why when I'm going home, I pay the extra $20 for insurance. If something happened to me, then I will be flown back. $2,000 before they ask you, what's your name? The first lady of the country built one of the state-of-the-art hospital. And how about the public hospital? It's not everybody who can shed $2,000 because I want to say my name is Aya. This is what is going on in the Ivory Coast, Côte d'Ivoire, and I'm saying it loud, Côte d'Ivoire in West Africa. I'm telling you, but Janet, it's not everybody who has the opportunity to leave, because what the head of state, they decided to do, they gang up against their own citizens and wrote a letter to the different embassies, you know, telling them not to give a visa. You can't even get visa to come out, because I know that some family members, everybody can chip in and decide, because we used to do this before I was born. They used to pick up one family member and everybody chip in and send him to school and even send him to France so that when he make it and come back, he can help the young girls that are coming behind him. They did this till the day I was born. And when I was born and going to school in the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, there were some families that were keep doing this. I have some friend that is the entire family that send them to school. When I say the entire family, I mean the extended family. The cousin, the uncles, everybody, grandma just gonna go and pull out a little penny saying this is a share for a great nephew to go to France. Hey, Cubs, welcome, welcome, welcome. You see, so the guy lost his children for this. So that's one of the reasons when I'm going home, like I'm planning to be going next year, when I'm buying my ticket, I take extra for health issue. If I get there and I get sick, then the insurance will fly me back. Okay, that's the transgression, the digression, okay? So let's get back here. Now, it said, find the loophole to refill prescription. Okay, let's say you've gone overseas and you're supposed to be there, you never know, for 1 week, for 2 weeks, and then there is an epidemic. Yeah, like that's from another true story. I have a co-worker who is an African, and he decided to go home in the beginning of the pandemic when it was ash. And the people were telling him, even his manager told him, now this is a serious thing, just don't go and stay there for long. And fortunately, he flew home. He got there, his dad was not sick, his dad had a stroke, and his dad passed. And you guys know how we do business back home when something like that happens. He has to stay there longer time than was scheduled. Thank God he has the time. He has the vacation time. Then the epidemic just jump on and everything shut down. That co-worker stay home. Okay, good. Thank you, Cubs. The guy stayed home for 6 months because he didn't know there were no fly. Everything was shut down. And he went on and on and on. Thank God he worked for UT. This one, I just gave him bravo. He worked for UT. And he called his manager and he explained what, and the manager said that it's understandable. Do whatever you can do. And then, so he has to take family leave of absence, FMLA, because he ran out of his time, his vacation, and everything. So the only thing he left was the FMLA. So he was over there. He was able to go online. That's the good things of being the internet. So he applied for the FMLA and it was approved. And he stayed there for 6 months. Finally, he had enough. And to come here, this is the itinerary that guy, because when he came back, he came and he said, Sister Aya, I should have listened to you. And I went home. I said, you know what? Everything happened for a reason. You went and then daddy gone and you were there to do everything. Let's say you stay and daddy gone and all the borders were closed and all of kind of things. You know, it will be a heartbreak, but it's good. He came and he told me the itinerary. I went like, what? He said, yeah. So now he flew from his own native country to Dubai. From Dubai, he flew from Canada. And then from Canada, he took the bus to cross. Thank God he's a US citizen. Get to New York. Finally, once he get to New York, he was able to get a flight to come down south. So you see, this was his itinerary in order to come back. After spending 6 months, but still some of the border were closed, and that's the what he did in order to come back and get back to work. He was like, oh, Sister Aya, I was not even looking at the credit card bill. I was just swapping it. That's what he told me. He said, I just swap it because I just want to come back. I don't want to lose this job. I've been here for 20 years. I don't want to lose anything. I said, yes, I understand. Don't worry. But at least you have a great manager that kept your job, and you know. So that's one of the things. That's it. He said, next time I will have insurance that is going to ease everything. So that's a digression, and come back to the topic. It said to refill. That's one of the things. You may go home and you never know. You've gone there for 3 weeks or for 1 month and something happened. Yes, and so yeah, plastic might. That's a plastic might. Yeah. So, and something happened, and then you cannot come back, and you run out of your med. You run out of your med. So he said, he wrote a huge, and I bolded it. He said, brand and generic drug name may differ from one country to another, which is so true. The same name may be for a totally different medication. That is true. If you have to get some while overseas, it may not be what you usually take, so that it does not treat your medical condition and may actually be dangerous for you to take. Make sure you are visiting a reputable pharmacist. Ask for a recommendation from your hotel or the local tourist board, and that you should double check whether the drug you are requesting actually treats your condition. If you find yourself into this predicament and then you run out, because nowadays the world is so global. Okay, you live here, it's quiet, you end up in Timbuktu, and Timbuktu erupt. And then you're thinking this is 72 hours. Oh no, 72 hours became a week. After a week, it became 2, 3 months. And then you see your meds are lowering. Okay, you go to a pharmacy and you said, okay, I'm taking this med for this condition. You have to make sure that what they're going to prescribe you is going to treat what you have as an illness. That's it. Grace and Mercy family, welcome. And finally, he said here, most importantly, plan ahead before you go. Plan ahead, especially if you're switching time zone. Of course, when you leave Europe and you're going to Africa, is the time zone switch right away. And have to take medicine at a certain time of the day. Yeah. Oh, no. UT doesn't do it this way. You take, baby, no. They just wanted to fire her. Let's put it this way. She wrote here, someone was fired after she traveled and spent all her PTO. Instead of the manager to forgive her, maybe without pay, but he fired her. No, it means that manager wanted to fire you before you even went. No, the guy's been there for 20 years at that place where we work. They are what I call the old timers. Now, because he has the right to go on vacation. So why they gave us the vacation? It was on his doing that we have an epidemic And when this pandemic took over everything, he was going on vacation. And fortunately, he got home. His daddy died. When daddy died, he informed his manager. No, the manager, she's an African-American lady. That's the only thing I could say, but she's a very down-to-earth, a good person. And he called her and told her that I lost my dad, and with everything going on, so he was communicating with his manager from beginning to end. From beginning to end, the manager knew what the guy was going through. Yes, Grace and Mercy family. Yes, but you make sure that you know this medicine is not a narcotic, because some of the over-the-counter medicine there's not it's narcotic is in, and that's where you have the issue. Okay, but the UT here, we did not have, the guy did not have any issue. He was communicating with his manager as soon as he got home, and then dad passed away, and then what's his name? The border were closed. The manager knew step by step. He was sending her emails and telling him what you're supposed to do. When he finished all his PTO, and she's the one who told him, okay, go online and apply for FMLA, family leave of absence, because daddy die is a family issue. So he did the FMLA application, and she approved the FMLA, and the FMLA is 6 months and renewable. Okay. And he came back after 6 months. But before the 6 months, yes, Sylvia, I know you're still on the background. Thank you for being here. I truly appreciate it. Okay, so after 20 years and nothing like that never happened in your file, never happened to you, and this unfortunate just showed up. Yeah, okay, so she's a Filipino lady, so she's outside the mighty USA. Okay, they just wanted to fire her because that's all. That's it, for no reason. And guess what? Okay, there is one thing that you have to learn too, Sister Gloria. The state of Texas is at will. Yes, the state of Texas at will. This at will is everything. You have to read the unemployment, the name is not coming, and I study this. That manager make it that before he could approve your PTU, you must have 100. Okay, so no, forget about no. The state of Texas is at will. At will mean you can disappear for 72 hours without telling them anything. It means you resign, that you don't want the job no more. And the manager, the company as well, can decide that, you know what, you've been here for 100 years, we don't need you anymore. That's it. And you have no recourse. It's by the law. Okay? For the state of Texas. So Google this and read it. Every state that I have lived in, everywhere that I go, that's the first thing I check for unemployment. The unemployment law. And for the state of Texas, that's it. When I saw this word, I say, wow, yes, they can kick you out. You can leave without saying anything. It's at will state. And most of the southern state, they are at will. That because she cannot go to her country and have any issue. Thank God she's in an environment where she's going to find a job, because nurses are needed every single day. That's the reason why the retainer is the retention is so high. People move from one hospital to another hospital. Yeah. Yeah, that's the reason why you want to be your own boss, because some people are taking it to another level. That's the only thing I could say. Because you plan, you have 30 days vacation, you save the money and the whole mambo jumbo, you go home, and then things always happen. We can't control everything. We are not overseers saying, I'm seeing 100 years in front of me. No. No. Thank God I work in an environment where my managers, they do care. And the culture in the hospital that I work, they make us really happy. It's not the money that's going to always make you happy, but this environment. The environment. Hey, Stella, welcome. The environment that you work in, they make it such a way that you feel comfortable, that you're not scared, that you're not having a palpitation going to work. And I've been in this hospital, December coming, it's going to be my 10 years. And I'm in a department, performance improvement, where my heart doesn't beat for whatever. I had my director, she's an African-American, and she's a very good lady. She doesn't come and hovering over your shoulder to check what you're doing. No. They make sure they tell you, we trust you, you know why you are here, you do your work. So I have nothing to complain. And my direct manager is a Caucasian guy. He used to be an African-American, and we were like a sister. Unfortunately, she passed. And then I have a Caucasian, and I don't have any issue with him. Since day one, that has been with me for the past 5 years. No, this is one of the culture. Make sure that the employee is comfortable. Yeah, they make sure that you're happy. That's it, and you do your work, and then you're going to be much more productive. You're going to go above and beyond what is required from you. That's it. Nobody is hovering over your shoulder. Nobody is asking you what you're doing here, why you were late, why. No. I have never seen anybody for my past 10 years complaining that, they're telling them why they were late. Who has never been late? You don't control 59. If it's going to be an accident or whatever, and then, hey, we live in Texas and we live in Houston, and the traffic is a nightmare. Yeah, how is Texas? Texas is fine. How are you doing? We're doing fine. It's hot, yeah. That's it. Because it's really, really important that you feel comfortable. That you feel comfortable, that you are at peace, that you don't have to worry about your job. So when you get there, then you deliver more than what is expected. That's it. And so far, that I know, because I work there, UT has been voted the best place to work since I've been there, because you know what? They rate all of this hospital. And UT is always number one on that. Of course, you're going to find a bad apple somewhere, but the bad apple doesn't erase 99.9. That lady has that manager has something against that lady and wanted to fire the lady, and he find a loophole for her going home and getting stuck, and then he sees it and fire her. That's it. And because we live in a state which is at will, then they use this against that lady, that employee. That's based on what you wrote. That's the way I see it. No, she wrote something, so I just digressed. We are not talking about UT. No, I'm not talking. We're talking about. I'm sorry. We're talking about taking your med when you travel, because some med are narcotic, and you have to make sure not to have any issue crossing borders. So he said we have to plan ahead. The last chapter was Plan ahead, especially if you're switching time zone and have to take medicine at a certain time of the day. Yeah. When you switch your time zone, that's the end. Okay. My grandson admission is UT Austin. My son, oh, yay, yay. Hold on, I'll show you something. Here is a great university. It's a great university and it's a great school. So this is Aya here. Yeah, UT, okay? It's a great place. I'm telling you. Oh, congratulations. Congratulations. Yeah, congrats for first years of college. That's good. Yeah. My alma mater. Yeah, it's a great school. I'm telling you. Your son will not regret it. And you will not regret. Hey, Viva Serene. Welcome, 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 Viva Serene. How are you? How are you, Viva Serene? It's a great school, I'm telling you. It's a great school. And when you finish, he's going to find a job in there. Yeah, because we got hospital and everything everywhere. Viva Serene, how are you doing in your neighborhood? Yes, it is. It's one of the best. Yeah, it is. And you come out, you find a job right back. If anything that he wants to do, because he's graduated from UT, he can apply for a job in any location. And UT, because he is a UT graduate. So he have a leg up. Yes, I'm telling you, they do this. So just sleep tight. Oh, it's a nice weather. So you went for gardening. So what did you plant? Some daffodil? Viva Serene, what are you planting as a flower? Yes, it's time to plant. Yes, spring is in the house. What's wrong with my eyes? It's just itching. The spring is in the house. What are you planting, Viva Serene? What are you planting? Daffodil. Or which kind of flower are you planting? You went for gardening. Yeah. When the weather is nice, then you have, this is the funny thing, living in Europe. Okay, anytime the weather switch, your nice flowers die. And then you have to redo the same thing every year. And all of this, okay, you plant some cauliflower, some broccoli, sort of beans and rhubarb. Wow. Then you don't have to buy all of this vegetable. That's good. That's really good. Yeah, I could see that. Wow. I'm so happy for you. Oh, you have you have your tulip in the garden and sunflower too. That's nice. What about traveling medication? For 1 hour, I've been talking about traveling medication. I'm telling you. And I'm done. I mean, for 1 hour, you came on at the end of the things, okay? So if I have to restart this topic, Stella, if I have to restart, it's going to take another hour, okay? Yes, cauliflower. I saw a recipe online yesterday night. There is this lady, and she's a Moroccan lady, and she called a cuisine Moroccan cuisine, and she cooked cauliflower. Yeah, the dish was with a cauliflower, bell pepper, and everything, and then she baked it. Yeah, it was very nice, simple vegetable and egg, all of this thing, and milk. Yeah, and she baked it. I watched it yesterday before going to bed. So guys, thank you guys. You know, I only talk for 1 hour. Today I didn't laugh too much today, okay? So I love you guys so much. The viscerin. Yes, thank you. We have a viscerin, okay. Oh, Wealth and Wifey channel. It's now that everybody is coming. Wealth and Wifey channel, thumbs up and host greeting. Thank you for coming. No, the viscerin, that's okay. You're not too late, you know. You try, host. I did. I did. Okay. You try, I try. Yeah. Because right now it's 1 hour, 15 minutes, 36 seconds. 36 seconds. And I have to go do my grocery shopping. I need some cheese. For some reason, I'm craving the Gruyere. So this is going to cost me a lot of money because it's a French cheese. African time. No, maybe you were busy. No. Yeah, we save a lot. Let's save the laughter for next time. Next time, okay? So love you all. And love you all. And thanks for coming. I'm going to shut down the house and I'll see you next time, okay? Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you all. And big hug. Oh, hello, Kate. Hello, Kate. Kate, you make me laugh yesterday. Okay, guys, you have to go and watch Kate Igodo last video. The last video was titled, When Your Child is in Medical School, and then your child call you and he said he's dropping from medical school and go get me a singer from medical school. From medical. You know, thinking about it made me laugh. Medical school, became a singer. Mama said, no, don't call me here. What's wrong with you, African mother? African mother. As soon as the boy has the money and call mama and tell mama, I'm wiring this money to you, mama start praising Jesus. I laugh so hard at work. Yeah, when I watch it, I laugh so hard. The medical student that were in my office, they were like, Miss Aya, why are you laughing? I said, guys, watch. So everybody watch. They log in and then they start watching. And they laugh so hard. They're like, this lady is so funny. I said, yes, she's funny. She come with all of this video topic. Kate, you know why I'm laughing? African mother with medicine. It was so funny yesterday. All the medical students, they were laughing. And then they were like, okay, we can relate. We are in a medical school. Some of them were interns, so they done. They did the 80 years. And now they are doing intern. And one of them was like, they are all Caucasian. And one of them was like, okay, if I call my mother and I told her that I don't want to be a doctor no more, that I want to be a rapper, my mother, we said, she's going to call the psychiatric. She will call a psychiatric to check my brain. So yesterday we laughed so much. So you guys go and watch this. It's very okay. Grace and Mercy say food is getting expensive. No, girl, food has got expensive long time ago. Yes, food has got expensive long time ago. It's not now. Since the pandemic, I'm telling you. Since the pandemic, food has got expensive. Oh, yesterday was something. I laughed so hard. I'm telling you. The prayer. and then one of the students was like, okay, Sister Aya, is she your friend? I said, yes, she's my friend. She said, look at the way she put her hand and the red bread. Okay, guys, I'm going to close my house. So bye-bye. Yes, my prayer. Bye. Bye-bye, guys. Thank you for coming. And that is why my backyard has turned into mini farm. Yes. Okay, you have to plant. I hope you plant some okra and you can mail me some. Everything is expensive. Oh, I'm telling you. Bye, guys. Bye. Thank you for coming. Okay. I'll see you next time when I come online. Now, this thinking doesn't want to end. I'm trying to end. Oh, the prayer. Okay, this thing doesn't want to end, though. I'm telling you. Bye. Thank you for coming. You are all appreciated, and I love you all.